Well, hello everyone. This is Dr. Mike Chio, physical therapist. Hey, today we are here at Loving Arms LLC here in Jackson, Tennessee, but we'll be back in a few seconds, okay? Well, hello. We are back here in Loving Arms LLC here in Jackson, Tennessee. I just met this young, amazing CEO of Loving Arms LLC here in Jackson, Tennessee, and her name is Miss April Webster. And I would just want to interview her. What does she do? What is Loving Arms all about? But Miss April, could you tell us who you are, what you do, and everything?
Yes, I'm April Webster, the CEO of Loving Arms Home Care Agency located here in Jackson, Tennessee. We provide services to adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities, as well as the elderly population. We provide personal care assistance where we go into their homes and assist them with the activities of daily living. Yes.
Well, you mentioned helping with activities of daily living. So, do you go to the home yourself, or do they also come here to your office? How does that work?
I'm glad you asked the question. So we do a little bit of both. So they will come to the office if they have meetings or if they have activities or different things that we have going on here. But the care takes place in their home. So we will hire caregivers to go into the home to assist them based on their level of need. Also, we have homes throughout West Tennessee where we do have individuals that live in a home that we may assist them with as far as their utilities, their rent. We are their represented payee. So it will be 3 adults in one home.
Wow.
And that is more of our community living supports or our supported living.
I've heard about that.
Yes.
For those people who don't know, there's a program here in Tennessee called the DDA. It used to be DIDD, Department of Individual.
Department of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities.
There you go. And then they changed it to Department of Developmental and Aging.
Aging. So it's
Aging.
new. So we're definitely all getting adjusted.
Yeah.
To it.
So to make it short, we call it DDA.
Yes.
And then that DDA program helps you, if you are a caregiver right now and you're taking off a loved one who is intellectually disabled, who has dementia, Alzheimer's, or any kind of intellectual disabilities, the state is going to provide the help and service. And the state contracts with different providers like Loving Arms on how to take care of your loved ones in the home. And that's the purpose of it. The goal is for the patient or the client to not be in an institution.
That's correct.
The goal is for the patient or the client to stay in the home as much as possible, because home is where the healing happens.
Yes.
Home is where recovery happens. That's why we in Jerry How we also promote, we also do home visits. But let's go back to Miss April and Loving Arms. So with Loving Arms, Miss April, so you go to their homes. Do they have to have in their own home, or can they also be in your home? How does that work?
Absolutely. It depends on the service and depends on what they qualify for. Both are available. We do provide both service. So we can send caregivers to your home. One of the things that we like is for people to age at home. Home is where your heart is. Home is where your memories, all those things. So as people are aging, our goal is to keep them in the comfort of their own home. But at some point, they may have to transition to more of a home setting to where we provide the 24-hour care or, recommendation to supportive living or assisted living type of facility. So we do both. We do both. We provide 24-hour service. We're open 7 days a week, basically, Sunday through Saturday. It is no off days.
Good thing I just only do physical therapy. We're already done at 5. Well, anyway, so you go to for example, I have a loved one in the home that needed your services.
Okay.
You can come to my home, right?
Yes, we can come to your home.
That I have. Okay.
Yes.
And then second, you have your own home, wherein the customer or the client goes to the home that you're providing, and you're providing the actual care there in a some sort of a controlled environment. You
Correct.
Provide meals, provide transportation,
Yes.
provide almost everything, and it's such a great program to really take care of our patients or clients, especially in this generation.
Absolutely.
That most of the clients are just being dropped off in the assisted living or in worse in the nursing home. I'm not saying all nursing homes are bad, but there are amazing nursing homes out there. But like what Miss April said, home is where you really recover.
Yes.
Home is where the heart is. So Miss April, why this? Why this business? Is there any? You have any family member that
So
needed help before?
I want to tell you how I got into this business.
Mhm.
Right after college, I had received my master's degree,
Mhm.
and I started working for a company like this one.
Wow. Mhm.
And it became my passion. I absolutely love taking
Mhm.
care of adults with intellectual developmental
Mhm.
disability. It was just like a draw for me.
Mhm.
And then just the elderly population as well. So time passed on, and I realized that I kept being led back to this
Mm.
type of business. And so in 2012 is when I actually opened
Wow.
Loving Arms Home Care
It's been a
Agency.
while, huh?
It's been a while.
Wow.
Yes, it's been a great journey, and I know that it is definitely my purpose. So I
Mhm.
like to tell people a quote that I really live by, and it's by Bishop T.D. Jakes. It says, "If you do not know your purpose, then find your passion, because your passion will lead you to your purpose."
Mm.
Right after college, I was working in my passion, but now I know I'm definitely in my purpose.
Mm. All right. Speaking of TD Jakes,
Yes.
you had your master's degree. I'm a physical therapist,
Mhm.
and a lot of people will reach to the point of burnout.
Yes.
And there are a lot of us here, with people who are watching, whether you're a caregiver or a
Mhm.
therapist or a nurse or a person who has a master's degree. A lot of people will reach their burnout period because they have lost that 4 Ps, that what she was talking about.
Mhm.
In order for you to not reach your burnout, you need to have a chair. Imagine you got a
Yes.
chair, you got 4 legs to stand on. And what April was talking about is you need to have your passion 1st.
Mhm.
All right.
I like
And
it.
next is you need to have your purpose.
Mhm.
What's the next is your profit.
That's it.
Because you can have a purpose and a passion and you don't have a profit, that's just a
Mhm.
hobby,
It's just a hobby.
right?
I like it.
And the last letter P, I don't know if you remember what TD Jake said, is your productivity. You got to be
Yes.
productive
Gotta
because
be
you can be
productive.
passionate and purposeful and you can have a profit. But if you're not productive, you only did one time,
That's right.
it's not going to provide some sort of a stability in that
Mhm.
specific chair. You need to have 4 legs to stand on in order
Gotcha.
for you to achieve your next level in life.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, why did we go there? We're talking about
Yeah, I
loving
don't know,
arms
but
here.
hey, but that's part of Loving Arms,
Yeah.
because one thing about Loving Arms, and that is our company slogan, your care, our passion,
Mm.
because it is truly my passion. It was
Amen.
part of the
That's
passion
good.
that got me to where
That's
I am
good.
today.
That's good.
Yes.
Well, anyway, where can they find you? Do you have a website that they can look up? We'll
Yes.
put it up here, and
Yes.
then a telephone number.
Okay, our website is lovingarmsllc.com.
Mhm.
We have 2 offices. We are located in Jackson, Tennessee at 1112 Whitehall Street. We also have a location in Memphis, Tennessee, which is in the Apple Tree Plaza. It is 6064 Apple Tree.
Mhm.
And you can reach us if you call the main office here in Jackson. We'll connect you to the Memphis office if you are in that area. We provide service all the way through 40. All of
Wow.
West Tennessee, we
Wow.
cover most of those counties. So
Mm.
if you need assistance, we are available.
All right. Well, any last parting wisdom for those caregivers
Yeah.
who are needing help? They are burned out and they need assistance from company
Mhm.
like yours or anybody. Like a last parting wisdom for us.
Yes.
Mhm.
One thing I would like to say to caregivers,
Mhm.
because being a caregiver can become overwhelming.
Mm.
As
So true.
caregivers, you have to also take a break. There's times that most of the people that we provide service for, they also have something that's called respite hours.
Mm.
And I think it's very important for family members that are caregivers to utilize the respite hours
Mm.
because you need a break.
Are you part of the guide program? No.
No,
Not yet. Okay.
not yet.
All right.
But maybe we can talk about it. So,
Yeah, we got to talk about
yes.
that. Mhm.
So respite is very important. I think a lot of people leave those hours on the table. They
Mm.
don't utilize them because they want to take care of their loved one and they want to make sure that they're comfortable and all those things. But at the end of the day, you have to also take care of yourself.
Mm.
We cannot take care of others if we're not healthy enough to take
Mm.
care of ourselves as
That's
well. So
so true.
my last words would be definitely to caregivers and the people that are working, even our direct support staff and
Mm.
your staff, that it will come times when you have to make sure you take your vacation,
Mhm.
take your breaks, take a moment to pause and enjoy the simple things in life.
Amen. Amen. Let me harp on what she said. I know we're almost done. Caregiving. The
Mhm.
word itself, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you're watching live, comment live. Watching on a replay, comment replay. By the word itself, caregiving, you're giving care.
That's it.
If you are not taking care of yourself,
Mhm.
all right, how can you give care? Just like money, I'm
Mhm.
asking April money right now. She cannot give me a money right now if she doesn't have her money herself. Same thing
Right.
with my kids. I can't feed my kids and my family if I am
Mhm.
not stable and don't have enough money to feed my kids.
Mhm.
The same thing with you. If you are a caregiver right now, trying to take care of your elderly loved one, your husband or your spouse or your wife, you need to find help.
Mhm.
And once you figure out your help, from Loving Arms, go take care of yourself. Go
Yes.
to your doctor to have a regular checkup, because
Mhm.
study shows that they did a study, okay, this actual evidence-based study, that the caregiver passes away
Yes.
before the actual patient, especially for people who are taking care of Alzheimer's and dementia.
Mhm.
Why? Because they have forgotten to take care of themselves.
Ooh,
Remember this, self-care is not selfish. All right. Again, thank you, Ms. April.
thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much.
But
It has been a
before,
pleasure.
thank you. Before I let you go, always remember the word FAST, F-A-S-T, letter F. Find people that will bring out the best in you, because you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with. Today, I hang out with Miss April. I feel like I want to help, people. We help people already in their environment. Next letter is letter A, take action. All this stuff that we're doing is not going to do me good. It's not even going to do Miss April good if you don't take action. Take action. Reach out to them. Call them.
Yes.
Go to their website, lovingarmsllc.com. Call them. Hey, what kind of services do I qualify? Hey, will my insurance cover with this? Hey, will the state pay for this? Just talk to them. It's free.
Yes.
All right. Next letter is letter S. Share and subscribe. The more shares, the better. We got Facebook page
Oh,
and
yes.
then Instagram page. Share. Because it may not be applicable to you, but it will be applicable to someone else.
Mhm.
And last but not least is letter T, is teach it. Why? Because when you hear it, you forget. When you see it, you remember. But when you're actually teaching it, you're actually understanding it more. And that's what Miss April is going to do. She's
Yes.
going to teach you how to understand and how to take care of the loved ones at home. Again, thank you very much. Be awesome. Be great. We'll see you in the next episode of our Jerry Hab Show.
HelloNote is a truly therapist-friendly practice management solution with integrated EMR that will enhance workflow, efficiency, and patient care. HelloNote reduces